Hi YouTube, it's me, Bryn Chan, and welcome back to another Marvelous Monday. Um, I know it's been a while since I actually posted another video on my channel when it was just me talking, and I know that you could probably already tell exactly where I'm at. Based on where I am. Hold on, let me check to see and just make sure that my mic is working. It is. Okay. Making sure that it's going on the right one. Um, I know we're recording on my Zoom, and I know that for a lot of you that might be a little weird. If I'm the only one in this meeting and I'm recording on Zoom, so I'm recording myself, but I'm recording it for a video that I'm going to post on YouTube. So, today I just want to talk a little bit about the fact that I have been slacking and I've been slacking so hard. And here I have been going on YouTube and talking about all this stuff um the past week or so, and uh maybe you probably tell just from last week alone when I didn't post anything and it was just some shorts. All I did was shorts, and that was me slacking real hard. And I know that the week before I was talking about all this stuff that needed to be talked about, because yes, it needed to be talked about, but I can't really say much if I'm not doing it myself. So here we are, a new week, a new day, and I'm talking about something that needs to be said because it is something that I have had to do in the past week, weekend, whatever it is, um, for me to really start focusing more on what it is that I need to focus on. So, and that is the importance of a mentor and talking to a mentor and making sure you're talking to them, even if it's just the bare minimum to let them know what it is that you're doing. I have been slacking so hard on talking to him, just letting him know what I was doing, even if I'm just prospecting on Facebook and I'm not really, doing what it is that I need to be doing. I need to be telling him that. That way he can keep me accountable and that he knows what he needs to do to help me. And then he could tell me what it is that I need to do in order to continue my growth and what it is that I need to be doing. So, we were on a call. When I say we, I mean my husband and my mentor. So, yes, I still was slacking really hard when this call took place. And when this call took place, it was just my husband and our mentor slash business partner. He was on the call with with my husband, and I my husband was on the call because I told him, "Hey, you need to be on a call with Vasil because the last call you had with him was in April, I want to say. It was in April." And I was like, "That's been too long for you to go without calling Vasil and talking with him and figuring out what it is that you need to do." Because I can't just be the only one prospecting and everything, because I take you out to the mall and to go and talk to people, but you're not doing what it is that you need to be doing. I can't be the only one who does it. So yes, I was complaining a lot, and I was like, you are a business partner as well. You need to talk to people. I can't be the only one who does it. Um, and basically when my husband was on the phone with our mentor, what my husband had told me, he was like, Vasil basically said that yes, I was doing well enough by supporting you because that's what you need right now is support. Um, but since I am working right now, then that's pretty much what it is that you're doing this full time. Uh, Give me 1 second. I gotta plug this in. I don't know if this will work, but like we will try it out. We'll see what happens. This is my husband's battery pack. I'm just gonna plug it in to my headphones really fast. Let me take this off. Uh, okay, we'll see how that works. As I as I turn my microphone off and fiddle with the volume button, because even though I'm not listening to anything, I will be later. I have Bob Proctor's Millionaire Mindset up on YouTube right now that I am currently focusing on. This says it's charging my headset, so let's hope it stays. So far it is working just fine, so we'll be okay. What was I talking about? Oh, so basically, that's what he told my husband, and he's like, "Well, if anything, Bryn has been the one slacking real hard because she's doing it full time, and you're only doing it part time as of right now." And I was like, "You know what? That's true. I have been, and I need to really focus on what it is that I need to do instead of trying to get you to help me with everything and you know, expecting all of this from you and then not getting what I want out of you in return." Uh, don't know. This is messing with my volume, I guess. I don't know. Sorry for getting distracted. I have the Forex chart over here and my volume keeps turning down. I might as well just mute it because I have no idea what's going on. Well, it's back on. We'll see what happens. If it stays like this, then I guess it's gonna stay like this. I just don't need to be focusing on that side because it's all that's up there right now is yes, my Forex charts, but it keeps trying to turn down for whatever reason, and I don't know. So yes, and he was talking about how when I do Forex, I need to focus on more than just the Japanese yen, which is true. I need to focus more on more than just the Japanese yen. But the thing is I'm not just doing Japanese yen. I know when I go on Facebook and I post my stuff about Forex trading on Facebook, it is all basically Japanese yen, mainly because that's the currency I use the most of when I trade, mainly because I'm interested in Japan, not really too much of other countries. I do apologize if you are from another country. Um, I am interested in Africa and stuff, but I don't know your currency. I don't know how to trade it. I don't know, and Africa is a continent made up of countries, so there's a lot to go on in that sense. And then of course the Australian dollar, I've done that, and I've done some euro, Great British pound. I've done a little bit of that. I haven't really ever been interested in the UK. Maybe when I was younger I was, but as of late, no, I'm not. That's not saying that I dislike the UK. It's not saying that I'm never gonna go to the UK, because yes, I am gonna go to Europe and go to Bulgaria and all of this stuff. As of right now, it looks like maybe I'm not going to go to Bulgaria right this absolute second. I mean, I'm sitting here recording this video. Um, but there's things that I need to work on before we go over there so I can really just consume all of the knowledge that he is going to give us when we go over there, because it's not going to be fair to him or us if we go over there and our paradigms are still as messed up as they are, because we're not going to gain any knowledge from it. And I'm not saying our paradigms are super messed up. It's just that when you're growing up and your paradigm is basically set by your parents and the people around you and all of that stuff, it's very hard to break from that sometimes. And then when you get in this cycle of you're talking to other people and you're doing all of this other stuff, and you get back into that cycle of talking to people that you shouldn't be talking to anymore, and all of that, it doesn't help anything, and it just brings you back down and it gets you back in that stagnant state that you were in before you started doing all of this. So what it is that I need to do is I really need to work on all of this stuff, really just push people out, not let them back in. And I've been doing really good about not letting people back in, but there's a few people that my husband, he lets back in, and I'm not saying it's my husband's fault. But I am saying it's my fault that I hang around them as well, because when my husband's out with them, then I am with them as well. And then it just doesn't help anything. And then we're all just kind of stuck and we're in this stagnant state of mind. A couple weeks, the weekend before last weekend, they went shooting. I went with them. Well, we learned that I shouldn't have done that because my arm was hurting really bad afterwards, and the arm I fell on in Japan. And then this weekend, I wanted to go to this festival that they were having here in town, but I wasn't able to go because I had to watch the dog and everything. I wanted to go to the festival only because I wanted to prospect. Um, but it didn't happen. I guess it just kind of, you know, um, first off, when they went, they said that there wasn't a lot of people to begin with because, of course, we had a heat warning. It was 110 degrees when they went out. 110 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you on maybe Celsius. Matter of fact, let me look. What is that in Celsius? I don't know. Um, we'll just what is 110 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius. For those of you who don't know what Fahrenheit is or are on Celsius, it is 43 degrees Celsius, 43.3333 degrees Celsius. So yeah, that's pretty hot, if you can believe it or not, but yes. For those of you who read Celsius, you're like, oh man, that's real hot, when you see it in yours, but then when you see it in Fahrenheit, you're like, I don't understand. But then like if I look at Fahrenheit because I read Fahrenheit and then I look at Celsius, I'm like, oh, that sounds cold because 43 degrees Celsius is it looks a lot like 43 degrees Fahrenheit, and 43 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing over here. So, and we've had days like that. We've had like negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit for those of you in Celsius. That's like negative, I don't know. But hold on. Well, if my thing will stop. I think everything's just broken. Maybe if I just, you know, okay. Negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit is negative 26.1111 in Celsius. I'm not about to try to mess with any of that anymore because my volume thing keeps popping up and we're not trying to focus on that right now. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. So I wanted to go and I wanted to go prospect. I wore certain clothes for a reason because then it would draw attention to me and people wouldn't want to talk to me, and we really talked about Japan, and then we have a lead in to what it is that I do and all this other stuff because there's people around here who's never been outside of the country, and so then there's people who want to travel and they just don't know how to travel, or they just don't know how to get the money to travel and all this other stuff. And we are a travel to trade to travel company. But I wasn't able to go. So I had a kimono on. Not a kimono, yukata. I had a yukata on, sorry. Kimono and yukata are two different things. I had a yukata on. My sandals that I got from Japan. I even had my umbrella from the wedding, because I knew it was gonna be hot, and I'm whiter than sour cream, as you could probably tell while you're watching this video. I am pretty white. Um, I had my earrings from the wedding in. Um, And then I don't think I really had my makeup done because, of course, in 110-degree weather, I'm not about to have my face melt off. But I did have my fan as well. And if you could kind of see this, if you've seen my kimono in like other um videos and everything, I don't know if you've seen my umbrella and like the short I posted. I don't know. I know there's wedding pictures, but I don't know if any of my wedding pictures are on there, like with my umbrella. I need to go back and look at that. But my earrings are clearly on in every single one of those videos, so you can look at those earrings and then you kind of just piece the outfit together. But I had that on, sleazy marketing tactic, I guess you could say, but that's what I did. I was wearing that so I could go out and I could go prospect people, because I wanted to have something as a conversation starter. So I really, really have drawn and uh, people who wanted to talk about it, who were interested in maybe traveling or maybe Japan in general, maybe have traveled and they did go to Japan. I don't know. So all of that. Now, one thing I did start doing when I got off of this phone call, well, that I wasn't on, when my husband told me about this phone call, was I messaged my mentor and I was telling him what I was doing, and I was like, I agree with you. I've been slacking 100%. I need to stop. I need to do all of this other stuff. So essentially, we didn't go to Orlando, because my husband's car is messed up. That's not an excuse. Um, that's just what happened. So instead of being upset that I couldn't go to Orlando, and I feel really bad still that we didn't go to Orlando because I watched all these videos from these people who I work with, who they went to this event and they just had an amazing time and they learned so much and they got so much value from it. And listen, girls, ladies, if you're out there and you're listening to this too, I know the majority of the people who watch my content are men. Um, they had a ladies kind of getaway at the event where the certain amount of women got to stay in a mansion. Of course, you had to qualify for it. There was qualifiers to it, and I would have easily qualified. Um, if I had done like certain steps, but I didn't, and so I didn't qualify. Mainly, I didn't qualify completely because I was gonna be with my husband, and there was no guys allowed in the mansion. Staying to No guys were allowed to stay in the mansion, I should say. So didn't end up getting to go to that. But they were posting all these videos, and they had all these wonderful things to say, and one of the people who I know personally, who I met before they got to where they are now, um he was saying, if you miss this event, you miss out on a lot. Like, how dare you miss this? And I'm like, I feel that. I'm like, how dare I miss this event? But instead of sitting there feeling sorry for myself all this weekend for not going out to Orlando and going to the event and learning what it is that I need to learn, I decided I was going to sit down and I was going to prospect. And my Darren Gibson, he keeps saying how we have Japan and China in the house or whatever because we're global paradigm shift. I haven't seen a single Japanese or Chinese person there. Um, Not saying that they're not on there, but they're not living in China or Japan at the moment. So I I basically I first off, that upset me because I was like, no, I'm the one who's supposed to bring all of them in. I'm supposed to be the one who brings Japan in and China, and these Asian countries. Okay, you don't come at me like that. That's my job, okay? And no one else gets to do that. It's my job. And obviously other people can do it, but that's the thing I made for myself, and it was irritating me. And my mentor, he irritated me. irritated me as well, because I was like, okay, you're telling me I'm slacking. I know I'm slacking and all this other stuff, but to tell it to my husband's face and then have my husband tell me, yes, that's kind of annoying. That's kind of irritating. So I went on to Facebook and I looked up people from Japan and China and all of this stuff. First off, if anyone knows how to look up people from just cities in these countries or just in these countries in general, please let me know, because every time I just type in Japan or China, all I get is people named Japan or China. Yes, apparently people on the internet name themselves Japan. So that's where we are now. Um, and so I started going through my suggested for you, like friends that people you may know section of Facebook as well. And I started going through there and I started looking at the profiles and I would send them friend requests. And then, the most irritating thing about Facebook right now, at least to me, I don't know if Facebook does it to you, but it does to me, is when they go and they like, it looks like you may not know this person. You cannot finish your quest because it looks like you may not know this person. Like, why are they on the people you may know tab? I don't understand. But why would you send them my way and then not allow me to send a friend request to them? I don't understand. But and the real annoying ones are when I try to friend somebody I clearly know in person and we have like 9 mutual friends, and then I still can't friend them because Facebook's like, it looks like you may not know this person. I'm like, I don't know how that works, but it's fine. I'll just call them and tell them to send me a follow or something on Facebook so we can get this settled. Because I have a public profile and I guess you can't friend me on Facebook. You have to follow me or whatever. And then I try to follow people who I know mutually or I like their profile. I try to friend them and then they friend me back and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much how that happens. But that's essentially what I was doing all weekend. And then my mentor was like, are you in Orlando? And I was like, no, you caught me. I was not in Orlando. And I knew he was going to get disappointed in me. And I knew he was going to be like, why aren't you in Orlando? Why didn't you go? You should have went. You should have gone to this event, because if you go to events, then you gain more knowledge and a lot more value, and it's more beneficial to you. If you're learning in person, you have to go to these events. That is essentially what happens, like, if I don't go to an event. So this is the first event that there was an event in Indiana when I was in Japan, and I couldn't make it to that one. But essentially, this is the first event that I have not attended other than Prague, but I didn't have my passport yet for Prague. This is the first event that I have missed since the first event that they were holding when I first joined this company. And the first event that they were holding was in Houston, Texas at the time, and I had just joined 5 days prior, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on. You told me to go to this event, you told me to go to Houston, Texas, and you know, I've never even been to Texas, so I don't even know. I had to fix my headphones because they're a little wonky, and it probably irritated somebody else on the while they were watching the recording. But no, essentially that's they're telling me that I need to go to this event, and I'm like, I don't even, like, I just joined this, and now you're telling me to go to an event. I have no idea what's going on. Like, what are you talking about? Now, I wish I would have gone to Houston, Texas, because it would have really launched my business a lot sooner. You could probably there's probably a video or something from then back in February, explaining the Houston event and really just um really just maybe just talking about how I joined this company or whatever, and just in general, I don't know. I don't remember when I would have posted that, whether it was in February or not that I posted it, but there might be a video on my channel. I cannot make any promises that you'll find one, but there should be a video posted. My hair got in my ear and it was uncomfortable. But yes, so my mentor was basically like, if you want to be a millionaire, then you need to do what millionaires do. And that's, if a millionaire is going to go to an event and that's how they become millionaires, is by going to events and learning what it is they need to learn and getting as much value as they possibly can and then applying it to their life, then that's exactly what you need to do. You need to go to events. You need to do all this other stuff. You need to apply this to your life. And the importance of having a mentor is to be told these things that you obviously probably don't want to be told and what you don't want to hear, but it's something that you have to be told and that you have to hear, because you're basically spoon fed everything that you want to hear pretty much your whole life. Like, it's okay to be all negative and grouchy, and it's okay to hate men, it's okay to be upset with women, it's okay for all this other stuff, and oh my goodness, he's such a terrible person, he cheated and he left you and all of this other stuff. But first off, and I'm going to say this again because I have been in a relationship where he cheated on me multiple times, over and over and over and over again, and I do not hate men. I do not hate men, because it's not all men do that. Not all men do that. But I've been in a relationship where that was the case, and he treated me like absolute garbage. But the thing is at the time, that was something that I needed to go through. That I didn't deserve to go through that. Needing and deserving are two different things as far as I'm concerned. I did not need to go through that. I didn't need to I didn't deserve to go through that, but I needed to. That's something I needed to go through, because at the time I had done something to where I needed to work my way through it and figure out what it is that I need to figure out. And at the time, it was, I needed to learn that I needed to learn who I was, what I needed, what I liked, because if I don't love myself, then who's gonna love me? Right? Ladies, if you're watching, you got to be able to love yourself before a man can truly love you. Same for you, man. And if you don't love yourself and all you're doing is spending money on a woman, she loves your money, really, and not necessarily you. And that's gonna upset somebody in the comments or something. But that's just the truth. So um but yeah, my mentor, he's one of those people who were like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Because if what I want to hear is like, it's okay, just keep going, everyone struggles sometimes and everyone gets tired and all this other stuff. It's, no, you need to get off up off your ass, and you need to do this and you need to do that, and you need to get going, and you need to prospect, and you need to get me on a call with somebody once a day. Okay? You need to do that. There's no excuses. I get tired too. I'm human. But I prospect. When you get tired, you can't stop just because you're tired, okay? The sleep is for nighttime and all of this other stuff. And I'm not very happy with the amount of sleep I got today, because first off, I slept for a long time. I went to bed at 1 and I didn't wake up till like 10 o'clock. And that's not okay. Not okay whatsoever. It might have been like 1:30, but still not okay. That's a lot of sleep. And I will tell you, when you get too much sleep, you're still very, very tired. When you don't get enough sleep, you're very tired. But if you get just the right amount of sleep, then you're not tired. And I've noticed that there's times where I sleep maybe 3-4 hours and I'm wide awake. And then there's times where I um maybe sleep too much or sleep even less than that, and I'm just super, super exhausted. It all just depends on everything, but you need to really just work on what it is because your dream has to be stronger than your need to sleep. And I woke up this morning and I was very, very upset with myself. I looked at the time and I was like, I'm so tired. I contemplated going back to sleep and I was like, nope, no, 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 not happening. I'm gonna get up right now. And I rubbed my eyes and made myself get up and go to the bathroom and do all this other stuff for my morning, and then went and woke up my husband because I was like, okay, you went to bed early too, you need to get up as well. Of course he doesn't get off of work till about 2:15, but he's gonna be wide awake, and he was like, well, I'm tired still, and I was like, that's because you slept too long. Uh, so yeah, it's very, very important to have a mentor and to be able to listen to them and really, really take what they say and put it to use and really go after it is that you need to go after. So that's what I've been doing today. I've been on the phone with my grandmother because her neighbor is a multimillionaire as well, and she knows people who are willing to just focus on what it is that they need to focus on. And they want to make an extra income through their phones, and that's why I do these videos is says I'm on a success journey and I want to bring you guys along with me. Maybe you guys are on your own success journeys, but let's get to it together. Let's do it. And I talk about what it is I do sometimes on this channel. That way you guys can message me. I always leave my Twitter and my Instagram down below. So you guys can message me on Instagram or Twitter. You can also find me on Facebook, just Bryn Chan. It's gonna be a picture of my husband and myself. Of course, when I have longer hair. So feel free to message me on there as well. Um, there's been people who follow me. I'm not entirely sure if they're from here or not. But the follow is very much appreciated. It's just if you're interested in what it is that I'm doing, I would also appreciate a message as well so I know exactly what it is that you're following me for. I'm not saying I have terrible content or anything. I feel like I do have some decent content. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's not the worst in the world either. So I would say I would follow me. I would. I mean, I would want to have more content posted on my Facebook. Um, so when I go out and I go to Bulgaria and I move to Japan and all this other stuff, I want to be able to have that kind of content posted onto my Facebook and all of that stuff. So, um, but if you want to make more money through your phone, just I message me. I would message me. I don't know. Why wouldn't you message me? I would message me. Because I really, really do love this company and what we're doing, and the fact that I can make money while helping other people make money is phenomenal. And I want other people to have the same experience, and I want them to be able to do what it is that I'm doing and get to where it is that they need to be or where they want to go through the right mentorship and the right tools at their disposal. Everyone has a phone, everyone has an internet connection. I say everyone. I know there's some people out there who don't have that. But when it comes to if you're watching YouTube or if you're watching this video, chances are you have a phone and internet. So, and even if you are watching this off somebody else's thing, um, there's always, if there is a will to want better, then there is a way. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it is so true. And I want the best for you. And I really do. I want the best for everyone here who watches my channel, and just to know that I have made a difference and I've helped somebody out there. I I really appreciate it, and it makes me feel good, and I know it probably makes other people feel good as well. But yes, so if you're wanting to make money through your phone, message me at any of the links that I put down below, or find me on Facebook, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Sooner than you think, probably. I know there's people on here who don't even want to message me because it might take too long for me to get back. No, it will probably be sooner than you think or realize. So yes, because I am on Facebook all the time prospecting, so there is a high probability that I will find you in my messages. I have it to where they now notify me about message requests. So if you message me and you didn't send me a friend request or anything, I will find it, um, and we'll go from there, and we'll talk, and I'll see what it is that I can help you with, because everyone wants something different. Some people want to travel, some people want a lifestyle change, some people want more money, some people want time freedom, or all of the above. Um, you know, it just really depends on what it is that you want to do, and what it is that you want. And actually all of them I can help you with. So yeah, and then of course we have Elevate if you just want to be a customer instead of a business partner. I would love for you to be a business partner, but if you just want to be an Elevate customer, then by all means message me about it, because I can also tell you more about Elevate, and then I can get you started, and then as soon as you get started, then you can start learning and earning at will, pretty much like this. And disclaimer for everything that I am saying, you're not going to be a millionaire overnight. It's not going to be like this. Trust me, I promise it's not going to be like that. But you will make money as fast as you allow yourself. So if you put in the effort and you really work towards making this money, then you will make money. And I mean quickly. But if you do not put in the effort and you don't work towards it, and you kind of just sit there and you're like, oh, it'll grow by itself, you are sadly mistaken. You will not make the money that you are wanting to make. So without much more, I can't really say too much more. I feel like it kind of covered just everything. Um, I'm a person just like everyone else. I'm human. Um, maybe. No, I did fail the robot test once or twice. Um, but they need to make those pictures easier to see sometimes. Um, but we will definitely, I will definitely, get a hold of everyone who messages me. I love to talk to new people and make connections and expand my network, and really just, I want to help the world grow. So, especially if you're from Japan or China, I think my analytics said that no one from those countries watch me, but it's never too late to start. Japan and China could be watching this video right now. So I really would really want to expand into those countries. I want to make it easier for people to have access to money through their phone and not have to get up and go to an office every day. And now, Japan has such a big work culture, and they prize, they put value on work as it is, and a lot of people, what that is to them is having an office job and going in for a 9 to 5 maybe, and then just coming home once their shift is over. And a lot of people, they don't even leave when their shift is over, because they stay until everything is completed. They have a really 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 strong work ethic. So yes, I can't say too much about China because I'm not that well versed in the Chinese culture and everything. Like I said, I liked China a long, 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 long time ago. Um, before I was like in middle school. So elementary school, I really was into China, but uh, not too much now. I still think China is very beautiful in places. Um, I don't like how there's so many buildings and everything, but that's a personal preference to me, I think, because I grew up in a smaller town and I like the countryside of everything. And I was just talking to a gentleman, his name's Akira. He lives in Japan, and he was saying how like the city is so beautiful and everyone's moving to like um towns that are closer to the city and everything else, so they can be closer to like Tokyo and everything like that. But um I like the countryside. I really do. So when we move to Japan, I guarantee you it'll be in the countryside. Um, if that means I have to take a train or buy a car or something and transport that way, then I will. Um, I just I like space. I guess you could say I like space. Um, so yes, that's what we're gonna do. So I will go ahead and end the video off here. I know I probably said that earlier, but yes, I will end the video off here. If you're from China or Japan, please message me. If you're from another country, please message me as well. Even if you're from the United States, message me. I'm not too picky when it comes to business partners. Actually, no, scratch that. I am kind of picky, because you have to have a growth mentality. If you're super negative about everything and super skeptical about everything, then I will not uh accept you into this kind of community, to where you can watch kind of one of our meetings and then send you on to our mentor. I will not have that kind of a mentality in here. You need to have some sort of positive outlook on it. So without further ado, I will go ahead and end the video off here. Remember to invest in yourselves because you are the very best person you could ever invest in. Remember to invest in stocks, real estate, gold, silver, all that fun stuff. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.